Hi, sociology students. Welcome back. Today we're talking about problems of research in the social sciences. Now, sociologists have some specific challenges when it comes to science because we're studying humans in interaction. The hard sciences, chemistry, physics, things like that, they don't have some of these extra added challenges that the sociologist has. So we got to talk about those. The first one I wanted to talk about is operationalization. That's a big word. Operationalization. All it means is that the sociologist needs to figure out how to measure their variables, which are often abstract. So, for example, let's say I wanted to do a study on whether mothers or fathers love their children more. Ooh, that would be a tough one, right? Okay, well, first I'd have to start with mothers and fathers, right? It's a little heteronormative, the question in the first place, right? Am I talking about mothers and fathers in a relationship together? Am I talking about like same sex mothers? Do they love their children more than same sex fathers? Like, oh my gosh. So I got a lot of, Lucy, you got a lot of explaining to do right off the bat, right? So I'd have to define mother, father. What about adoptive families? What if like you have a sibling who behaves like your mother? Oh my gosh, right? So there's a lot of issues just right there. But then the issue of love would be really tricky too. Now, in the hard sciences, they have all these already made measures, right? Like, so they can just get their ruler out and measure how long something is, or they can time something, or they can take the temperature of something. Those measurements are already created, those scales already exist. But in the social sciences, we don't have those measuring tapes, right? I can't like just like pull out my measuring tape and be like, "Ooh, I think you love me this much," right? Like there's no measure already created, so we have to create our own measurements. Now, obviously, when we create our own measurements, it's going to be filled with errors and subjectivities, right? Because what love means to me might be completely different than what love means to somebody else. For example, like I love peanut butter. Is that the same as like I love my husband or I love my kids? Or have you ever really loved somebody and then they cheat on you and they're a dirtbag and you hate their guts? That's different too, right? So we'd have to, if we were creating a love measurement, we'd have to take all of these different factors or ways that we might express or understand love and put them into that measurement. Think of how complicated that's going to get. This makes doing science and sociology really challenging. So we're right at the beginning. We haven't even done a study yet, and we've already hit a significant road bump in this issue called operationalization.